Hi everybody, welcome to the astrology chat for August 21st, 2024. So you really need to just let yourself breathe today and go into the flow of getting things done when you can, but also stepping back. The word of the day is discernment, and being willing to continue to commit to what you know is right for you and not letting other people get you to abandon whatever God has spoken into your heart. And I say this because we have the moon in Pisces today. The moon is in Pisces until 5:53. Then there's going to be a void, and then the moon is going to move from a void in Pisces to Aries at 7:01 p.m. So most of the day is a Piscean day. And the energy of Pisces is very prominent today since we have the sun in a quincunx with Neptune retrograde that is in Pisces, its home planet. So there is this ability to hear the knocks or see the knocks of the universe that you may have been missing before. And so it's a very spiritual day. It's a very ethereal day, not necessarily the kind of day where you want to make really hard commitments. Be very mindful about what you come into agreement with in the physical and in the spiritual. Really making sure you're standing and cultivating your sovereignty that is connected to the fact that you are a child of God, that you are a sovereign being in the universe. And so if you lead with sovereignty, if you lead with discernment, if you lead with allowing yourself to have ebb and flow in the day, then you can have a very intuitive and telling day. Just let yourself process the information, especially since we have more than a few things also happening on top of what is already an intense transit. We also have the moon in an opposition to Venus in a square to Mars, and so there's a tension between beauty and war. There's a tension between peace and chaos. There's just a lot of tension around, have you learned the spiritual lessons that you needed to learn all up until this point so that you can really step into this next cycle of your life as a new person with your own sovereignty intact, with your own communication with the divine, with knowing that what you're fighting for is something that you really love and not coming from a place of pain. And also that you're not afraid to fight for what you love, right? There is this balance that we have to allow with the dichotomy of life, and that certainly is coming through with the energies today. We also have a quincunx of Mercury retrograde, so words can be convoluted, right? Not everything is what it seems, and this is where you really want to use that discernment. Double check, take your time, don't rush, don't let yourself be rushed. Also be mindful of people who are trying to make you rush into any type of agreement. That's not honoring your sovereignty or the sovereignty that they get to exercise for themselves. We also have the moon in a conjunction with Neptune retrograde, so again there is this dreaminess, there's this unseen. Whenever we have really intense aspects with Neptune, please be careful about what you're taking, about what you're doing. It's easy to underestimate or overestimate what you can do. So please be still. And if you're struggling with any type of addiction or depression, please reach out and get help with the appropriate people as well. We do have the sun again quincunxing the moon. And so here we are again with this tension of like things that you really didn't realize are coming in very clear. Or you're seeing that what you thought was clear isn't clear. And either way, tap into the divine and let God lead you. Discernment is definitely the word that keeps coming up. Then when the moon moves into Aries, it's going to make a sextile Pluto retrograde. And a lot of these lessons, a lot of this awareness that you have realized underneath some very intense transits this past week, and we're still in the midst of them, it's time to apply them for your healing. Because at the end of the day, you are the one who's responsible for your own subconscious in the sense of if it's going to rule you or if you are going to rule it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow.